Level 1. Street Kid. You are 16 years old. You wake inside a broken vending booth under Watson Rain. The machine glows blue beside your face. It hums through the wall like a sick animal. Your jacket smells like grease, wet cardboard, and cheap noodles. Your shoes are fake leather with one melted sole. Your bank balance is $12 and an expired meal voucher. You live below the city's bright parts. Above you, corporate towers shine through dirty clouds. Below you, people sell blood, chrome, and lies to survive 1 week. You learn which alleys still have cameras. You learn which food stalls throw scraps after midnight. You learn which cops look bored enough to ignore you. Hunger teaches you faster than any mentor could. Your first hustle is carrying sealed packets for older street kids. You only know the route and the payment. A gang guard gives you $25 outside a noodle bar. He tells you to keep the packet dry and your face invisible. You cross 6 blocks through rain, exhaust, and neon. A traffic camera turns toward you for half a second. You do not notice it yet. The reward is small and immediate. You eat synthetic beef ramen from a plastic bowl. For 1 night, the city feels almost survivable. The cost begins before the broth gets cold. A local cop remembers your jacket from the corner. A woman with chrome fingers asks who sent you. You say you do not know because that is safer than lying. You are still nobody in Night City, but the city has started recording you. Level 2. Street Courier. You are 18 years old. You rent half a room above a Ripperdoc clinic. The walls shake whenever the bone saw starts downstairs. Your mattress is foam wrapped in gray plastic. Your mirror is a cracked shard taped above the sink. Your title changes to courier, and the word sounds cleaner than the work. You move data shards, sealed cases, access cards, and anonymous gifts. You ride an electric scooter with 1 week break. A black Mizutani Scion watches from across the street. The window lowers only enough for a gloved hand to appear. You receive an envelope, a route, and no explanation. The reward is better money with worse sleep attached. A good night brings €180. A dangerous night brings 400 and a free meal token. You replace your burner phone with a used agent from a pawn shop. The cost hides inside the same device. It remembers where you sleep. It remembers the faces you pretend not to see. Every delivery makes you faster, and every delivery teaches the city your pattern. Level 3, Crew Look Out. You are 20 years old. You stand on a balcony above a closed braindance arcade. The sign below you flickers pink against wet concrete. Your hands stay inside your pockets, but your eyes never stop moving. You are paid to see trouble before trouble arrives. Lookout is not a glamorous title. Nobody drinks to the lookout at the afterlife. Nobody remembers the lookout when the job goes well. Everyone curses your name when you miss one detail. Your work is pressure disguised as boredom. You watch doors, windows, badges, drones, boots, hands, and exits. You memorize faces without staring too long. A local crew hires you for 3 nights. They only give you a corner, a time, and a warning. If corporate security appears, you speak one harmless phrase into the line. Simple rules usually mean somebody else knows the ugly part. The reward is trust from people who rarely trust anyone. You earn €600 for a weekend without firing a shot. The cost is your nervous system. You count cameras inside restaurants and sit facing the entrance. A car backfires outside your building, and your hand hits the floor before your mind wakes up. Your body is learning a language you never wanted to speak. Level 4, Black Fence. You are 22 years old. You no longer run every package yourself. Now people bring things to you. They bring watches with wiped serial numbers. They bring cyber decks with cracked ports. They bring jackets still smelling of corporate cologne. You work from the back room of a pawn shop near Charter Hill. The back sells consequences to people who call them opportunities. Fence is the first title that gives you a desk. It is a folding table under a buzzing fluorescent light. There is a ledger hidden behind loose wall paneling. You do not write real names. You write shoes, scars, voices, and debts. People think the fence sells stolen goods. The real product is distance from whoever wants those goods back. The reward is control for the first time. You earn €1,800 in 1 strong week. You buy a real room with a metal door and private bathroom. The cost is visibility. Buyers know your corner. Sellers know your hours. Gangs know you can move product without making noise. NCPD starts visiting the pawn shop twice a month. You are no longer moving through the market because you have become part of the market. Level 5, Fixer Runner. You are 25 years old. A fixer finally sends for you directly. The message gives you a location, a time, and a dress code. You arrive in a clean black jacket you cannot afford to stain. The meeting happens inside a hotel bar where drinks cost €90. Money already threatens everyone in the room. Your new title is Fixer Runner. You are not the fixer yet, and nobody lets you forget that. You collect payments, deliver warnings, arrange rooms, and calm mercs before they ruin deals. You smile at gang leaders, corporate assistants, desperate netrunners, and washed-up solos. Your job is to keep your face still. One client says your birth name by accident. The word lands on the table harder than a weapon. You have not used that name in 3 years. You ask how they found it, and nobody answers. That is when status stops feeling like safety. The reward is access to rooms that once refused you. You make €4,000 on a clean week. The cost is moral erosion with better furniture around it. You tell a frightened man that everything will be fine. You already know the fixer has sold him out. The street used to hurt you from outside, but now you carry some of the hurt yourself. Level 6, Edgerunner. You are 28 years old. You stop pretending you are only support. You take jobs with crews now. These are contracts people whisper about after midnight. They start with encrypted coordinates and end with sirens. Your apartment has blackout curtains, a gun safe, and 3 exits marked in your head. You still keep the old Watson jacket in a drawer. Your old jacket still holds the sour smell of Watson rain. Edgerunner is the title people use when they cannot decide if you are brave or stupid. You ride the edge between street crime and corporate war. One week, you recover stolen biotech from a clinic in Northside. You learn to trust people for exactly one job at a time. Trusting them longer starts to feel sentimental. Sentiment becomes expensive faster than rent. The reward is real money with blood under the invoice. A mid-tier contract pays €12,000 split 5 ways. A corporate extraction pays more if nobody asks who gets left behind. You upgrade your lungs against chemical smoke. The cost is acceleration. Everything in your life gets faster. Your friends outside the life stop calling because you sound different. You miss a funeral and tell yourself the dead do not mind. You gain power in bursts, and you lose normal life in pieces. Level 7, Hired Merc. You are 31 years old. Your street handle has value now. Fixers mention it without explaining who you are. Clients pay extra because they heard you finish contracts. Some jobs need armor under your jacket. The best mercs know which costume opens which door. Merc is the first title with public danger attached. People can hire you, hunt you, betray you, or copy you. Your face appears in 3 low-quality security captures. Your bank account holds €86,000 spread through 5 shells. You own better weapons than most police units. You work jobs that touch real power. An Arasaka Jr. executive wants a rival frightened. A Militech contractor wants a stolen prototype returned without paperwork. A mayoral aide wants a scandal buried before sunrise. They say removal, pressure, leverage, and closure. You learn rich people use softer words for harder things. The reward is fear that other people mistake for respect. Doors open because people know what you can do. The cost is identity. Your real name sounds strange when someone says it. You answer faster to your handle than to your birth name. A bartender shows you a blurry clip from years ago. A thin kid crosses Watson Rain in a stained jacket. You laugh like you do not recognize him. That lie stays in your mouth all night. Level 8, Lone Solo. You are 35 years old. People stop calling you a merc. They call you a solo now, and the word feels heavier than promotion. It means you are trusted to walk into rooms where entire crews used to be needed. It means your body has become a resume. Your left eye records in low light. Your hands look normal until the knuckles split under pressure. Solo work looks cleaner on paper. The client gives you one name and one expensive problem. There is no crew arguing inside the car. There is no second mistake waiting to become your funeral. At first, the silence feels professional. Then it starts feeling like exile. You begin to miss voices you once complained about. The city treats you like a loaded weapon with a bank account. Gang captains offer drinks they are too afraid to watch you refuse. A casino gives you a room with black sheets and bulletproof glass. You sleep there for 3 hours and dream of the vending booth from Watson. In the dream, the machine is still humming beside your face. The reward is independence with a luxury price tag. A single high-risk contract pays €75,000. You buy a luxury apartment you barely use. The cost is isolation. Nobody knows where you sleep. Nobody knows when you were hurt. Nobody knows what parts of you are still original. You laugh because you think he is joking. Then you go home and stare at your hands for 20 minutes. Level 9, City Fixer. You are 42 years old. You stop taking jobs with your own hands. You sit behind glass now. The office is hidden above a closed cinema in city center. The carpet is soft enough to swallow footsteps. People come to you with problems they cannot report. You turn those problems into contracts. Fixer is the title you used to fear. Now people fear hearing your voice through an encrypted line. You know who needs money, protection, revenge, and disappearance. You introduce desperate people to dangerous people. You sell trust in a city built from betrayal. You only move information and watch bodies move after it. The reward is power without visible fingerprints. You clear €300,000 in 1 month without leaving your office. You can make a man famous, rich, homeless, or dead with one quiet introduction. For the first time, Night City does not feel bigger than you. The cost is becoming the machine. You send a young courier into a district you know is hot. You call it acceptable risk because the client prepaid. You watch the tracking dot stop moving at 1:16 a.m. The street did not destroy your soul in one dramatic moment. It taught you to invoice it piece by piece. Level 10, Night Legend. You are 51 years old. The city says your name differently now. A drink at the afterlife carries your handle. Tourists order it because they think danger tastes sweet. Young hustlers repeat stories about you that never happened. They say you survived a max-tac raid with one broken arm. They say you robbed an Arasaka convoy during a sandstorm. Most of survival was paperwork, paranoia, and leaving a first. Your apartment sits high above Corpo Plaza. The windows are smart glass. The air smells clean in a way that feels artificial. There is no vending machine hum behind your head. There is only silence and the low pulse of security systems. You keep pistols hidden in 3 rooms because the city trained you to confuse safety with preparation. Every luxury item feels like evidence. Every mirror shows a person assembled from debts. The reward is myth with money attached. No fixer refuses your call. No gang captain says your name lightly. No corporate executive meets you without legal staff nearby. You can buy surgery, silence, protection, and distance. The cost is that none of it tastes like freedom. One night, you receive a message from an unknown courier. It contains the old street camera image from your first run. A kid in a ruined jacket crosses 6 blocks through Watson Rain. A drone paints him red for half a second. You stare at the image for a long time. You know exactly who he is. You also know you would not recognize his voice anymore. The final cost is not death, because death would be cleaner than this. The final cost is becoming a story other people use. Young hustlers use your name to justify bad choices. Fixers use your legend to raise prices. Corporations use your file to train threat models. The city that tried to kill you now sells you as atmosphere. You wanted to beat Night City, but Night City turned you into content. At 4:07 a.m., you walk down to an empty transit station. A train arrives with no ads playing inside. For once, the glass does not show your handle, your bounty, or your market value. It only shows your face, older now and still alive. You step inside and sit near the door. You do not call anyone. The train pulls away from Corpo Plaza and sinks into the dark. For the first time in decades, nobody knows where you are going. You realize this is the greatest luxury Night City never sold you. It is not the money stacked in hidden accounts. It is not the chrome buried under your skin. It is a few quiet minutes where you are not useful to anyone. The only way to win is to leave before the street finishes owning you.